So now, yep, now we're good to go. All right, sorry about that. I had started the stream and then I just realized a minute ago that it was still on private. So, let's see here. So I'll show the other daily stuff in a second here. I can't I can't click on the profile because then it's going to show all types of other personal and account information and all that stuff. So I'll just have to do that again afterwards. So let's turn off those executions. Let's get over here, see what we got. 10 o'clock news. So we have PMI, 10 o'clock Eastern. Right now we're below 8:30 and we're below midnight open price. So I'm expecting. So we took minor buy side here, minor sell side sweep, really small opening range gap. Let's look at a 15-minute and a 1 hour. So new week opening gap is all this right here. So all of this is new week opening gap. We're opening in a discount of the new week opening gap. So there's plenty of reason to expect like some of this buy side liquidity, at least on a 15-minute, to be taken eventually, like within the first day or two of the week. So if for now, if we just come down and fill the gap, or come down to like this order block right here, or probably mitigation block, but we'll wait till 10 o'clock because we have high impact news. So if there's no 1 minute entry, then we're not gonna, there's no reason to chase price. So is this thing refreshed or what? Oh, tripping. That's it. All right, so anyway, so let's also look at a 1 hour. Let's look at things that can be drawn us. That's 66 and 3/4, 67 and 1/4. So there's an inefficiency right here. 75 points away. Traded into this higher time frame inefficiency here. Yeah, between the Wi-Fi acting up and then me streaming on private, like I didn't have enough time to give y'all the normal, like how I'd break down the morning and what I see. Like by the time I got back over here, it was 45 seconds before the market opened. But tomorrow I'll start about 10 to 15 minutes before the market opens. So that way I can give out the lay of the land and what I see and what I'm looking for, like before 9:30 hits. Oh, let me probably people know live.
Order filled. Order filled.
So the 830 liquidity is here. There's just minor buy side that we're aiming for right there.
Order filled.
Take one contract off. Put this below efficiency here. Should be able to get above these highs and then these relative equal highs right there.
Order filled.
Execution zone. So at 9:30, we use stuff like first presentation, fair value gap that ICT teaches. First presentation, fair value gap. I'm not gonna get into all the inner workings of it now, but generally, the first fair value gap that's presented has to be after the 9:30 candle. So when you see this gap right here that formed off of the 9:30 candle, then that's a false gap. Like that's not actually the gap that we're going to use and expect to actually perform its task. So therefore, had this had we had 9:30 and then 9:30 closed and then 9:31 and 9:31 left a gap and then 9:32, if this gap would have formed in the minute of 9:31, then I would have expected to send price lower. Since it formed during 9:30, the minute of 9:30, which you can see down here, right? Since it formed during 9:30, then I expect this to not do what it's supposed to do, which is not send price lower. So if I expect it to not send price lower, what's probably going to happen? Price is going to utilize it to go higher. So the 9:30 price, I want to say within the first 30 minutes, if the market comes back to that, there's usually you'll usually see a reaction off of 9:30 itself. So once we had the swing low here and we had already traded below lows and we had already like taken some sell side and filled most of this gap here, then if we're above this inefficiency, like this wick right here, trying to make it seem like we're gonna utilize that inefficiency to go lower. So that gave me more reason to believe that that it's actually going to go through it to at least 930. And if we're going to 930 and we haven't formed any structure that says that we're just trying to reach up to 930 and come back down, then I'm looking for the rest of buy side. And we already spoke on how we were opening in a discount uh, in regards to the midnight open and the 8:30 open. So if we're in a discount of both of those, then I definitely want to see us come back to at least engage with one of those key levels, or at the very minimum, or not at the very minimum, the very minimum is engage with them. But after that, to be able to at least take out some buy side or sell side liquidity on either side. So since midnight, we still have midnight open price way up here. So there's no reason that once we're headed towards 8:30 opening price, there's no reason why we couldn't take out some of this buy side liquidity and reach into this big inefficiency here, which is what we've done so far. So if we look on a lower time frame, we'll see. So traded into that inefficiency. We had sell side here. We had buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency right there. That's supposed to send price higher. Traded up. Bodies were closing above consequent encroachment, which is not good for if you expect something to do its like perform its original task. If we wanted to see this send price lower, the bodies should not have been closing above that midpoint right there. So have a swing high, sweep the swing high, come down, trade into the inefficiency there. Institutional order flow entry drill. I'm buying in here. We're going past that 930 opening price. Low hanging fruit target was the next buy side, which is right here. And then we're done in the inefficiency, and that's it. And so now that we've done that and then traded away from the inefficiency, I don't think this is necessarily reversing right here, but there isn't enough actual structure. Like this isn't a smart money reversal down here. So this could very well come right back down and take out these lows and then continue to go much lower. Let me get this post. Get this post. So, well, that was that one account. Uh, I'm gonna switch over to these bad boys because these are the ones that are linked together. So that one trade here was for this one account. So, but all four of these are linked together. So just in case you're wondering, yes, if I would have taken that trade with this, then yes, that would have been 300 for all four of these accounts. So, but I manage these separately, so it is what it is. That's good for the day. Switch over to these bad boys. Trade it right back. So look at this reaction at the 9:30 opening price. So this is 9:30, right? Blast it through here, and then look at this reaction right there. So what? Let's see. This is 9:30. I want to say we should be able to take out this buy side and see some more buy side up here. And I would want to see, I'd expect at least up to here. And then from there, if we want to take out this buy side or make relative equal highs or something, like if it wants to get up here and then have a smart money reversal or something and head towards more sell side, then so be it. But that's kind of what was that, about 100 points. So that's kind of what I'm expecting out of the market for right now. And then after playing around down there, we just had this huge run up, right? It's about to be 950. We're about to enter the macro. This is looking like a sweep. This could very well create relative equal highs right here. I'm not really buying it, but at this point there's not enough data to make me certain that it's going to get through this high or that high there. The narrative is telling me that we may still want a little more buy side, but uh, as far as it being a Monday and we have high impact news coming up, we could be engineering liquidity. So at 10 o'clock, when that news event comes in, it's going to run some side of the market fiercely. And I mean, in 1 second here, we're about to see liquidity start getting engaged. So it's 950. I'm going to mark out these horizontal lines. Let's get rid of that guy. We'll move that out of the way for now. So 950, and then 10 o'clock. This is how I like to section off the macro. Do it in these intervals, like 10 minutes and then the other 10 minutes, so we can see everything that it's doing. So as of right now, we have highs right here. We have sell side right here. Within this 20 minutes, it's not going to stay stuck inside of this. And if it does stay stuck hold on, let me show you what I mean when I say this. Uh, Let me just get rid of all of this stuff. I don't know what this stuff is from, but it'll be all right. What's that? We'll get rid of it. I don't know what this purple line is. We'll get rid of that. And then, all right, we're good. So this a different color. Let's make this black and bold there. So use that, we'll use that. And between here, within this 10 minutes, I want to see us break out of this range. So if we don't break out of this between 9:50 and 10 o'clock, then it's because it's waiting, like we're sitting in time distortion, waiting for basically to keep tricking people in and out into buying or selling or whatever, thinking it's reversing or whatever. And so for now, excuse me, for now, we'll wait. And then also, there's the fact that there's the high impact news at 10 o'clock. So I am not a fan of being in a trade when high impact news is hitting the market. So if you want to be that person 7 minutes and 12 seconds from now to risk all your money, then so be it. But I'm not going to be that guy. Not going to be that guy. So let's see. We have the high here. See if I can analyze this a bit more. So swing low, engineered some buy side up here, drop down, engineered buy side, drop down. We have a turtle soup right here, a trickle down, put some buy side, break through that structure. We have buy side here, and so drop down again and through here. Let's see. So this is buy side over these short-term highs. I kind of want to see. So if we don't make it through this high now, then we could drop down and make a lower low in here, only for us to inevitably come up above these highs and then, well, do what I said earlier, like get into here. But these highs right here, like this high definitely should get taken, this high and this high. And these are like all of this being relative equal highs here, kind of feel like if we're going to make it above these, then we should get to right here. Let me just leave that there for now. Let's put a horizontal line. Actually, I don't really like the horizontal lines because then you can't really tell where it started from in time. So we'll put that there, and then let's bring this over here because that's the price that we're looking at the minimum. So it's 9:55. We're back into this inefficiency here. We've already traded into it, made buy side, dropped down, came and swept that buy side, dropped down, seemingly swept that buy side again, but then we never went lower. So not going lower here is kind of like an indication of like that we're going to continue going towards buy side. So let's see if we're going to get up to, we're already through that high. So being through this high goes back to what I said over here, right? Like if we're going to get through that high, then we should get above this high and these highs right here. I forget to check this thing. I don't know where like a side chat would be or something. I had it on the side one time. What is this? Okay, all right, get back over. All right, so we've taken out this high. We're above that high right there. we've coincidentally, earlier, I said, if we get up above this high here, I want to see us make it to this price, this buy side right here. So look where we've traded to. Probably random. It's our execution chart, so that's why I switched back over to this. It's too close to 10 o'clock to get into it, like even to bother with putting a micro right now, even though micro is only $2 per point, but you put in a micro right now, long, trying to chase price, and then 2.5 minutes from now at 10 o'clock, the 10 o'clock high impact news comes in, and $2 per point may not seem a lot when you're thinking, oh, okay, that one went 25 points, so that's $50. And this was only like 60 points, so that's 120. But that high impact news could come in and do this. Zoom down. That high impact news could come in and do this in less than 1 minute. It can come 350 points and just wreck whatever you thought you might have had as a stop loss. Like you might start off here with a stop loss, and then, or you might try to move it down here. It can come down fast like this, move fast again, and then move down here so fast that it'll go through your stop loss. And then all of a sudden, that's $700 you just lost in 60 seconds because you wanted to gamble and think you're going to get lucky in the right direction for high impact news. So yeah, there's no reason to like try to be the psychic that's gonna, oh, I'm gonna guess the high impact news, the thing that's gonna move tons of points that everyone else, literally everyone wants to know. I'm gonna guess. I mean, sure, I guess you can say it's only 50-50, but imagine this scenario. This is this is what uh, this is what takes the 50-50 out of the equation, right? Say say you think the news is gonna hit and it's gonna go higher, and so you enter a trade right here and you put your stop loss right there because you're thinking there's no way it's going to take out these lows. So I'll just put my stop loss right there and I want to see it go higher. Now, news hits. What does it do? Comes down, bam, stops you up, and then goes higher. So it can come down here really quick, stop you out, wake you out, and then go hundreds of points higher. And now, at that point, it's like, well, it wasn't 50-50 because you guessed correctly that it was going to go higher, but you got stopped out before you could even, before it made the real move higher. So what's the point in trying to guess before the news hits when you can just wait till it hits and then follow what it's been doing? So here we go, 10 o'clock. It's going to be anticlimactic because I've been hyping it up too much, so watch it just be a little nothing burger. So anyway, and even if it doesn't, like, even if it's not aggressively running in one direction, it can slow trickle in one particular direction and still do the same amount of damage. So when you get all of this stuff out of the way for now, let's get this stuff out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. We can just delete that because the market didn't bother retracing before getting up to those highs that we annotated. So now this black line here, this was the border, this was the boundary where I said before 10 o'clock. Well, first we said before 10 o'clock we wanted to make it out of here, right? And so by the time we got to 9:55, we were already making out of that range. And then before 10 o'clock, we made it towards that buy side, that inefficiency there, the order block there, that I said, as far as like when the news hits, and if we're going to take these highs, then I want to see us get up to at least this high at the very least. So we made it up there, and now Market is still the pre-market, or not pre-market, equity open is still kind of standing on this short-term low right here. So that's what it's standing on for now. It's a Monday. I do not, absolutely do not want to see Wednesday. Excuse me. I don't want to see Wednesday lunchtime come and this still be in place. Like, I can't see that. So, I mean, with high impact news right now, I really can't even see this being in place for the next 2 or 3 hours. But it is Monday, so we don't necessarily have to run exactly on the liquidity that we've engineered first thing in the morning. So it's just where you have to wait. It's a Monday, the most boring days most times. And after going through that buy side, I kind of want to get short on this inefficiency here. But this is just one retracement so far. So I could look at the lower time frames and find an entry off of there. But on Mondays, trying to look at like when the price is more fluid and there's more action, like more volatility, then sure, I'll use the 30 second, or use a 15 second or something to look for stuff. But considering one, it's Monday, and then two, there's high impact news right now, then no, we're not bother risking that until after 10:15. So at 10:15, then I'll start looking for something again. But for now, we're just gonna see what the market's doing. Intermediate term low, displacement, buy side. This should come down here and take out this low right here. So let's put I'll still tape read on a lower time frame. So we have buy side right here, drop down, more buy side, drop down, traded into this, but we haven't traded into 50% of this range. So actually, let me look at this. So this is before the range was broken. And if we look at where's the 50% of that, so the 50% is below this low, traded into that, came up here, swept this buy side, and then coincidentally, like I just said, let me turn that. Why does this look faded? Okay, it is for some reason. Anyway, right there. So at 15 seconds at a time, that's what these candles are right now. Let's uh, let me break this down for you. So right here, this is an inefficiency, right? That's an inefficiency. Right here, we traded into the inefficiency. We traded higher. After trading back down through that inefficiency, then we engineered this buy side liquidity. We traded lower. We traded lower again. We had another swing low. Right here, we have buy program, market maker sell model, which is it's running aggressively towards buy side liquidity just so it can sell off. So that's why once we swept this high right here, then we should be coming back down towards that sell side. So that's why right here it was kind of wicking. Like some people might look at that wick as a rejection, like, oh, okay, it's not going down. But we said, I hate when things like that. But yeah, when we saw this, I was like, yeah, this should come down past this sell side right here. So that was what, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. You could have got short right there with one micro. That's what you could have did as a trade, right? Right here when I said we should take out that low. Oh, what the heck? That is not what I meant to do. Where's my... I hate that they changed these. I like how it looked before. I guess they had to make them more... Like they put this little S and L in there, and now the picture just looks a lot more different than what I was already used to. But anyway, so here, you could have short, use that as your stop loss, aim for right there, the low that I said, and then it's 23 points. So with one micro, you'd have been risking 60 bucks, sure, but you would have made like 50 bucks, right? So you'd have made 50 bucks in 30 seconds. So it's job that's paying that, but but one micro right there could have been almost $50 in 30 seconds because that 15-second candle, and then that 15-second candle didn't even have to complete. But let's get back to what's going on here. So let's bring this over actually. So if this was supposed to send price higher, right? So right there, sent price higher. We traded down below it, engineered liquidity, traded down more, came and swept it. And so we had buy side liquidity above the inefficiency, and then we traded down. Now we traded back into it. So this is sell side right now. What time is it? It's almost 10:10. What has our macro done so far? So let's see. At 9:50, right? 9:50 we opened up with the macro, and
Order filled.
short right here. Let's aim for efficiency. I don't think this is going to be institutional order flow. I think it's going to come all the way back
Order
up.
filled.
Yeah, I'll close that out. The most we could have aimed for is that sell side. So earlier right here when I said this is sell side and we saw that we traded into that inefficiency, I should have got in sooner and then we could have just stopped at that sell side there. But now that it's swept through there, there's no guarantee that we're going to come back down lower because we do have this high here. So we have this high, these relative equal highs, and an inefficiency right here that could be being used to support price right now. So let's get back to that macro analysis. So we had sell side again, traded lower or traded higher, created an inefficiency, traded up, and then the time during the macro, that's our 50%. So that's our 50%. We had liquidity here. Did we come and take that liquidity? Yes, we did. We dropped down below it here, traded back up to an inefficiency, dropped down again. So now we've swept that sell side. It's kind of validate the trading into the discount, basically. If this doesn't get above here, I still kind of want to see this go short. Not that a not that a 15-second like smart money reversal would be enough to convince me that we're going lower, but I do like this right here.
Order filled.
So put this stop right here above the 50% of this wick. If it closes above that, then I'm no longer looking for any type of short. I'll just expect this to have
Order
traded off of
filled.
that higher time frame inefficiency, which this was supposed to be a SIBI, so now we should see a SIN price higher. We could have a failure swing right here. A 15 minute, where's our next clean inefficiency? There is none. There is none. Well, here's a suspension. Suspension block right there. So we didn't close above that midpoint. So that's the last line of defense for a short looking decent in this environment. Otherwise, there's still opportunity to draw into this suspension block here. And the fact that on a 15-minute, like, there's no. So we have buy side here. We have buy side above that high.
Order filled.
So I'm going to go back to the short idea and use this inefficiency. And if we get below this inefficiency, then we should go much lower, like to here. Kind of don't want to see us even come back above this 50%. So put the stop right here, actually. These executions out of the way because it's getting messy. Plus, I feel like it'd be making a chart load slower. What's the macro? So for 1 minute, looking for the first inefficiency there. This inefficiency, sweet. No, it's not looking good for our short.
Order filled.
So there's our short. All right, so 1 minute macro. So I'm looking for the first inefficiency, which should be here. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was probably a lower time frame. So the first inefficiency there, the second inefficiency is right here. It's lower time frame stuff. Drop down, had buy side, sell side sweep, buy side sweep, and now 10 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock started here. So at 10 o'clock, all we've had is went towards sell side, come back up. So some more buy side behind 10 o'clock could get taken, and then by 10:50 macro, 10:50 macro, then I can probably look to re-enter a short. Back into this inefficiency.
Order filled.
On a short because we traded into the consequent encroachment, that inefficiency there. So after that short, the minimum I'm looking for is through this inefficiency.
Order filled.
Came down exactly to the consequent encroachment of that wick there. Let's see if we get through and close through this. Because if that was just another sweep, then I'll get back short again.
Order filled. Order filled.
Let's see what this look like on 1 minute. Swing high, sweep.
Order filled.
Still convinced for this short. If we don't fill in this entire inefficiency,
Order filled.
so if we close outside of it, then what I'm going to do is I'll use this opening price for a long when we come back down to it at a 15. 15 minutes basically looking like we should run all of this buy side. Midnight, London. It's 10:15. So 10:15 down here, I'll explain what I use 10:15 for. Another video there, but for now, let's just mark that. Creeping up on that midnight open price. There's buy side liquidity resting right above it. Let me see if there's anything. Got that high from yesterday morning resting there too. Engineered buy side, relative equal highs, displacement, buy side, trading lower, displacement below intermediate term high, took a high, traded lower, back up, this buy side here. Use line for that. So if we don't see any type of reaction before we get to the midpoint of this, then it should just take out these highs. It's not looking like it's giving any midpoint reaction right there. Let's go down 30-second. Also mark out this high. Oops.
Order filled.
Let's mark out that high there. And bring this over so we can see it. Use that very high there as a stop.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Traded into the consequent encroachment of that higher time frame inefficiency over there. Take one off if we don't immediately just drop back through this. If this next candle isn't dropping back through that red area, then I'm going to take one off.
Order filled.
Take one off there.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Oh, I hadn't even let go of that thing yet. I hadn't even let go of it yet, and I guess it was still at the spot that I was adjusting it at. So
Order filled.
we'll put the last one. Put the last one closer to after this buy side. Give it some type of breathing room. $10.30. So 10.30 is either going to aggressively create a failure swing or it's going to aggressively run through the highs first and then show a retracement. Intermediate term low.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Put buys right here. Elusive.
Order filled.
Day now.
Order filled.
This thing is the world's longest trickle. We don't have an inefficiency inside of this range. So if we start going towards sell side and expecting it to run towards that wick low,
Order filled.
is that the accurate contracts that's in right now?
Order filled.
It's above this high already.
Order filled.
So it's going well.
Order
Above that
filled.
now. It's going well above that.
Order filled.
I'm gonna look at this as a turtle soup short. I'll give it twice the distance as that candle. Let me see what the 15-minute. Let's see. Constant encroachment between here and here. It's constant encroachment between those two levels. Off, it's too much. Let me get this mess up.
Order filled.
It's the 3/4. We have 250 left. 250 left to risk for the day. So we're not going through 2K. Alright, so 3/4 from the old high to the new high. At the 1 hour. 1 hour, there was, I don't remember what time frame this inefficiency is. What is that? A 15 minute? 15 minute that sent us lower. Well, that one sent us lower. Traded above it. Engineered buy side right at it. We tipped it. Came back. Wait, is this the same thing that I'm looking at now? Yeah, tipped it, came back, and now there's buy side here. So if we trade into that inefficiency, then should take us to this sell side. Tracement, that was just a wick. Points into there. Efficiency here. Might want to get another long in this. But we didn't tap into this inefficiency yet, so
Order filled. Order filled.
that consequent encroachment and aim for this consequent encroachment. Sell one at the consequent encroachment, one at the top of the wick. Let's put a buy stop here. So if we come back down through 50% of this, or even to the opening price yet, then I'm gonna expect this inefficiency to have a strong enough reaction to like send us back down here. In which case, then I'll get back over to look for the shorts. Like right there, that sweep, and then that wick. Yeah, I don't like that. So close.
Order filled. Order filled.
Oh, wait, what the heck? I only had two open, right? Am I tripping? I thought I only had two contracts on, and I just closed one, and the second one just closed. How do I? I'm tripping. I don't know how I still have two contracts left right now, unless I accidentally hit the wrong button. Like while I was, oh, I think I just, yeah, I pressed buy. I meant to press sell to close one out, but well, anyway, institutional order flow usually doesn't look like this, so that may very well come straight through here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Short now.
Order filled.
Short through, want to be short through this institutional order flow entry drill because I don't expect this to hold. So I don't expect this to hold price up. Put this above the consequent encroachment. Buy stop here.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Is inside of there. I don't want to see the body stop right there, consequent encroachment, because that's a sign that it's actually supporting the price.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Or time frame. Excuse.
Order filled.
inefficiency. They swept into that consequent encroachment right there.
Order filled. Order filled.
You don't really want to see this fill the entire gap right now at this point.
Order filled.
If it's closing above that halfway point, then that's not looking good for the short. So it didn't close above it.
Order filled.
Oh shoot. Oh, never mind. I closed that out already. Thought I still had a trade running on the other account. Yeah, so we've closed above that now.
Order filled.
Making the short look good. And then this is the last line of defense, the
Order
top
filled.
portion of that inefficiency.
Order filled.
In the middle. 15-minute.
Order filled.
Maybe heading back up into this inefficiency. How many more points is that? 25 more points from here.
Order filled.
Oops. Regrade this wick. And then bare minimum looking for trade into that yellow, the yellow line. So let's see, macro started. Oh, I forgot about when the macro started. So 1050 there, 1050 macro opened up. That's gonna run for liquidity. So that should have been our sign there at 1050, right when that closed above the upper half. But sell stop two, sell stop two. Hit the constant encroachment between the two
Order filled.
inefficiencies. Fifteen seconds. Minutes into the macro. Let me put 11 o'clock.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm gonna move the stop tight because I don't want to see it come back between. Really don't want to see it come back here, but I'll give it some breathing room. Got inefficiencies here. I don't want to see us come into yet.
Order filled.
this come into that inefficiency yet.
Order filled.
$11 is going to be like a pseudo midnight candle. So some type of buy side should be engineered for later.
Order filled.
Looking like it's running towards some sell side here.
Order filled.
It doesn't need to run this sell side right here, but it could sweep this sell side and come into this inefficiency. See the order flow support this.
Order filled.
What is this? 25, 25. see this swing high get taken out now. 600.
Order filled.
Like how we had a
Order
sweep
filled.
right into that opening price. Not looking good for the long.
Order filled. Order filled.
Touched into the inefficiency. If we come fall through the whole thing, then I'm getting short with the other accounts. This is the macro start, so we could very well come through. That's a good reaction there. Excuse me. Five minute. 5 minute. We have the macro. We've reached some buy side. It's not 11:10 yet.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
If we go to 75% of this wick, then it's a wrap for the long. There's 75%. Get back over here for these though.
Order filled.
$75. 'Get the constant encroachment, the very, very, very last line of defense.
Order filled.
Oh shoot, wait, cancel that so it doesn't add any extra orders. this inefficiency, filling this inefficiency and trading down into the next inefficiency. So filling that and then trading into this could still be valid for longs. And this 1050 open price could be a target as well.
Order filled.
Let's close one off and we'll let 1050 opening price be a target. We've closed, or we haven't closed yet below the 50% of this, but if we do close below the 50% of this, then I'd be only going back to looking for the shorts at that point. Seven seconds left. So we didn't close below it, but we had a swing low, and then we had another swing low form. So we're just kind of implying that we're headed towards
Order
the sell
filled.
side.
Order
So
filled.
short, actually.
Order filled. Order filled.
And then I actually need to leave this buy side as a stop, so I have to close out some of this. Let's see. We aim for this for starters.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
To leave that as a stop, so I put too much on initially for that. Efficiency there.
Order filled. Order filled.
Sell side into the gap, past consequent encroachment, swing low, pass it, applying more sell side. So we reach down through that into that gap. Now let's see, before we come all the way back up here to take buy side, then I want to see us come down at least to this 1050 opening price.
Order filled.
A little bit off because we're closing back above that 50%. Let's see, where's the full macro started? Wait, why don't I have this? I don't have that right there. Tripping. So this should be some magnet work. This should be rejection block. You should be able to get short towards sell side.
Order filled.
Stop to we're gonna swing. If we get a swing high here and then take out this low, we should be able to get deeper into sell side and come all the way down to opening close. I mean, the opening price right here and even deeper.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, it's not big for the short. This button's not working. This was the highest buy side that we utilized.
Order filled. Trust that as relative equal highs. Order filled.
Straight it back into that busy.
Order filled.
If these are relative equal highs, then we shouldn't get back above this here. Forgot about this guy. aggressive like this, but as long as it's headed to the sell side, up, down. Let this Monday take more than it should have. But we alright, we got more counts too. These bad boys gonna need some recovery. Alright, so that's 3. Excuse me.
Order filled.
11:30 should run 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock liquidity. So hold on, is this thing frozen? 32 seconds. Okay. So 11:30 should be running 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock's liquidity. We've had huge, like nothing but run up towards buy side. So let's see at least like a quadrant of this giant range get ran back through. Let's see what I have for this.
Order filled.
Micro. Ain't no way this is frozen like this. Like what's going on? Top step. Come on. And the refresh button not working. That's crazy. See, look at trading view. Trading view, it's actually moving. Top step is frozen. What are the odds? Oh, okay. All right. Unfreeze and look like that. There's a 1050 macro price. There's the price earlier that I said when we come into sell side, should get below 1050 and into that. So let me take a partial. Not a huge partial, but something.
Order filled.
Can't really take anything substantial off this because it's only 2 micros. So 1 micro is going to be half basically. And it's frozen again. Top step is still moving. See the little increments still. Come on now. That's crazy.
Order filled. Order filled.
A little bit more of a partial. Should have been taking a partial off of this guy. see it go completely back through that efficiency, but if it's going towards buy side, certainly, let's see, take more partials off of this since it's already
Order
here.
filled.
Didn't get anything off of this. This just went 30 worse. Still using consequent encroachment of this wick here.
Order filled.
It's 11:30. 11:30 is gonna run 10 o'clock through 11 o'clock liquidity, so it may start that off by taking the 11 o'clock highs, the buy side there. We drop down, drop down, drop down, relative equal highs, buy side and buy side liquidity engineered, and then a displacement, buy side displacement with inefficiency, buy side again. So really we could have this stop here. There's a lot of stuff on this chart now. Start moving some stuff out of the way. Come down to the macro time. Oh, that's still open order. Imbalance in here. Get a 11:30 vertical line, so sell side left behind. Traded up, took some buy side, swept above buy side, trading into an inefficiency.
Order filled.
Kind of. I'll leave this here. I'll put buy stops above this high because I don't want to see it come above this here. So if we go lower, I'm expecting us to go through this sell side and deeper.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Still using that inefficiency.
Order filled. Order filled.
Oh shoot, I forgot if these things. Okay, there's position.
Order filled.
Partials of 4. So this balance price range that came after a sweep.
Order filled.
Close that. So sell side, and then this was a sweep of liquidity. We traded immediately back above that. So the balance price range efficiency on both sides, 1, and over here. Let me see, is that 750.50, 50.50? So that's the same thing. It's right there. This should have been a BISI to send price lower, traded above it, took some buy side above it. So we should be able to drop down below this, tap back into it, and then go lower.
Order filled.
I don't want to see this buy side ran out because I want to see that inefficiency there.
Order filled.
Oh, that thing was not there yet.
Order filled.
That's not looking short. If it closes below here, then it's still viable. stays below that. If we close below that inefficiency, and I'll add on for this short.
Order filled.
Closed above that.
Order filled.
Above, trade down into it.
Order filled. Order filled.
Is how fast this thing move teleported between candles basically. Like couldn't even not even printing any information right here. That's how fast it moved during that 15 seconds. We got a sweep here. Sweep relative equal highs.
Order filled. Order filled.
Buy side here. Buy side created, came up, took that buy side, engineered more buy side, acted like this was gonna hold, and then we swept these highs. So we should have sell side to at least right there. And then we have more minor sell side right here. Just gonna put that there and take partials as we go. Once we start getting down here. Couldn't approach me, so I'm gonna 200. Bottom of the gap, 315. I know this thing didn't freeze again. Of all days for a top step to be acting up and freezing. Come on now, bro. Ain't no way. Time down here is changing, but the time up here isn't ticking. Of course. Having your platform freeze is not exactly beneficial towards trying to recover from losing trades either. All right, let's check. Let's go.
Order filled.
$11.50 macro. Excuse me. If we get below this with displacement, then I'll be adding more to the short.
Order filled.
So there's the displacement that I was just talking about. So now all we have to do is close, and then the next candle open without coming back up to this high. swept the low, but it didn't close down there, so it's not exactly
Order filled.
actual displacement. So I'll take one contract right back out. Above our midnight price. 10. Oh shoot.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, that's definitely going into that efficiency. Alright, so we're above our midnight on the highlight. 10 to 11 here. 10:59. Sidestep over. Hit the 10 o'clock low. And see if we ran into any quadrants. Not that full thing, just this. So quadrants for the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour. So we did have a quadrant here. Sell side liquidity there, traded below the quadrant. So could have used that as basically like a sufficient amount of inefficiency traded to. We did have this line, which is that same price right there, that 1041. We're aiming for that for a target. Came to that 1041. It's this guy right here. Are my buttons not working? No. 1041. Traded into the higher time inefficiency. Let's see. What? All right. So we had buy side, traded above more buy side here. If we close below this, then I'll be short. Already just trading to the consequent encroachment is already a good enough sign. But I have
Order filled.
270. So use this consequent encroachment and then aim towards this sell side. Have 270 worth of risk left for this guy.
Order filled.
This right here above consequent encroachment.
Order filled.
So I like that we closed outside of it and then we tap back into it right there. So I could expect to see downward movement and then trade back into this inefficiency, but not take out that high, and then more downward movement towards sell side. We got this. Bissy should hold price up, trade it down, trade it into it again, trade it back through it, close, sell side, buy side again, running high. Bissy right above and into these highs, but also into a SIBI to send us lower. So I'm looking at this to be an inversion now at this point. Something that'll only send price lower. Get a lower time frame.
Order filled.
If I have to do these $50, $50 at a time per day back to recovery, I will. Alright, so drop down past constant encroachment, buy side, displacement, sell side, sell side. So either run this buy side and then back towards sell side, or relative equal highs and then towards sell side. But that's already not looking good for the short because there should have been reaction right here. So let's put this right at the high. If we pass 50% of that, then I want to scale out. And also, if we take out this high, then I want to be scaled out And then, very worst case scenario, we could touch that consequent encroachment. I don't like how the bodies are respecting this here to support buy side. I don't like that.
Order filled.
Buy side, buy side. Now is this a run on buy side or a sweep? It's a run on buy side. Not letting it come back to 3/4.
Order filled.
Holy crap. I mean, it didn't touch consequent encroachment. That's the last hope that we got in there. That consequent encroachment at 50% right there. So that's it. So we can leave this in. And that sweet. See if the 1 minute closes below that. In fact, I only want to give it, to 75%, but the consequent encroachment is right here, so let it do its damage. This is going to be a long trickle up. I mean, the long P&L trickle up, doing $50 a day or something at a time for like 4 or 5 accounts, so only like 250 for the day. But I mean, ain't no rush for these anyway. But the 4,500, like the 150K, I might just start a new one of those because it's easier to spend 200 to get another free 4,500 than it is to spend like 2.5 or 3 weeks trying to earn that 4,500 back. Like when I can just spend 200 and get that 4,500 back in like 3 or 4 days. Um,
Order filled. Order filled.
buy side above here, we'll give it to there. If it wants to trade like to the rejection block here, we'll give that 1 micro to there. The other one will still have consequent encroachment as the stop. Like how the body stopped at that buy side there. So that's a good sign there for the short. And give this the same stop as that other partial. If we come through that inefficiency, let's see, twice that inefficiency would be here, 780. What is that? That's 100. want to see this inefficiency not get filled. See it trade back to that. There's relative equal highs above this, so we could come and sweep this, but I really prefer to stay inside of this to show that it's dropping right now.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
That's the highest I want to see it go there. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. That's the highest I want to see it go. So if there's a spike well above that and it goes through my stop, then it is what it is. But that's the highest I want to accept.
Order filled. Order filled.
Shoot. Stop this one. Oh, this one stopped already. Oh yeah, the stop was right there. Alrighty then. Well, that is a wrap, which means tomorrow I have to freaking nickel and dime these things. So like 25 bucks at a time. I'll probably go into Russell or something. 25 bucks at a time, $50 at a time. Uh, this one I honestly might just reset because that's cheaper and less time consuming than like trying to gain back a whole 4,500. So yeah, that'd be much faster. I mean, it's there as a perk for if you can actually get it back without having to buy freaking like what would that cost? 20 more combines. So obviously compared to the price of paying 20 more combines, like I can get that back for the price of one. So for like 230. So paying 230 to get the 4,500 back, or working for like 3 weeks just to get it back and then get it back funded. So that is it. It's perfect. What's the word? Poetic, poetic irony. The first time I'm like, all right, let me get back to the live stream, and then to get absolutely wrecked after. Oh, I can't show. Hold on. I want to go to the other days, but I want to go to there's only one way I can get to it, and if I click on this, it's going to show all of my account numbers and stuff, which obviously I can't have public. But yeah, the other 3 days, so the last 3 days of the week, uh, hold on, I can turn the screen off for like 30 seconds and then I can go to it. So I'll turn the screen off for like 15 seconds and then I'm gonna go into it. All right, so here we go. So this was last week, starting these, right? And I'm still going to do a review on these, especially, well, I didn't trade on a Tuesday, but I finished the funded accounts on Tuesday. I'm still going to do a review for these because Tuesdays are my favorite freaking trading day ever. But anyway, 6 trades, 14 trades, 22 trades, not even 42 trades for the whole week. And then today, so, and then here, like all these are copied. So, but here are the other guys: 192, 250, 203, and then. So I'm gonna just use one of these. I'm gonna just use one of these to like the 150K, and then make like, I don't know, make like 4 grand or something on it. And then after making the 4 grand on that, depending on where these are or how these have replenished, then I'll either just get these back on track while working on this as the main one, or I'll just reset these, and then that way that'll be like a free, well, not free because obviously it costs money, but I mean, to spend $80 on one of these and no activation fee and stuff to get 2,000 back, it's basically like trading in $100 plus your skill for someone to hand you $1,900. So that may be much less time consuming than sitting here doing uh, $50 a day, 50 a day, 50 a day, then 75, then 100 and 100, trying to nickel dime these back all the way back up. But here, let's look at some of these. So this 10 a.m. to 10:07, 8-minute workday, done. This 10:07 to 10:43. So what was that? 40-minute workday, done. 8:30. Then I had a dip here. I was down to only 130, and then back up to 800. Well, not back up, but up to 800, and then a little tiny little like $20 dip or something, and then at 1,000. So that was 90-minute workday. So I had the average workday time, which is 90 minutes. So anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour and a half. But so we'll see. Same thing with these. So this one started out down 120 and then up 190, had a little dip, came back, and then just called it for the day, 200. This guy down 400, trickle back up, only down 350, only down 220, and then up 180, up to 227, finished it off. Then two trades. This is literally just like, look at the entry time, 8:38 and 52 seconds to 8:39 and 40 seconds. So it was literally what, 1 minute, like not even a full 1 minute workday. Well, 1 minute 30 seconds. So that was, click on this now for the analysis. Let me pull up. Like, this is probably going to be one of the longest freaking videos because what time? So it's Eastern time, so it's 11. So this is at like 2 hours now. So this is probably going to be like for sure one of the longest freaking videos that y'all ever see on this channel because I, with the other obligations that I have right now in the afternoon and in the evening, I will not have time to, let's see, what time is it? So it's 12. So basically, at the very latest, I'd be wrapping it up by noon Central Time. So from 8:30 to noon Central Time. So what is that? 3.5 hours. So that's the most time I have to allocate towards this. And most days it'll be a 8:30 Central to 10 o'clock Central, or like 8:30 Central to maybe 11 o'clock Central. So an hour and a half to 2.5 at the very most. But as y'all just saw from those other things, like most of the days, it's like 15-minute trading day, 30-minute trading day. I'm trying to go back to the other day so y'all can see this short. These were the trades. These were the trades here. Very long. 9:30 took sell side. It swept that low. I bought. I had this. I had an inefficiency here. I don't know where that inefficiency went. I had an inefficiency that was drawn here. I stopped the trade in there, and as soon as I closed it, the market reversed like for the rest of the day. Came over here, buying down here at the low, short. So, and for the other accounts, I basically did the opposite of what I did for this one. So here, I was aiming for this level. As soon as it hit that level, I closed that out, switched over to these guys, went short, held a short, stopped below the sell side liquidity, and that was it. Like the market went down for the rest of the day. This is only like a few $100. Could have been like 1,000 or so, but I was done for the day because that's how a normal day is. Like $50 minimum target, 150 preferred, 200 is really like the okay, you can really be done for the day. So, let's see. What am I gonna do? Oh yeah, so that is it. So, apologies for the absolute horrible example on the first stream, but I promise. Here, let me look and go to my pull up my channel here. So, uh, oh wait, can I? I don't know if I can open that right there like that while I'm on this. Oh well, we'll go for it. Uh, I hope it doesn't end the stream. Let's see. Let's say open in a new tab. There we go. All right, so manage videos. So in these, if we look at the live, so and you look back at the average time of these live videos, right? You see like $500, 300, 200, 400, 500, 800. So look, hour and 30 minutes, 37 minutes, 2 hours. That was a long one. Hour and a half, 50 minutes, 30, 40, 2 hours. Test stream. I don't know what was going on with that. Probably stuff was messing up or it kept freezing in the middle of the stream. A 4 hour stream. That's obviously most likely me yapping and teaching and stuff. Uh, these were on Combine accounts. 260 videos, right? So, but 1 hour stream, 1 hour, 1 hour. Top Step had messed up something apparently. 3 hour, don't ask me why that's that long. 30 minutes, hour and a half, 1 hour. So if you can see, the average of these times is anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour and a half, like 40 minutes, 40 minutes. Outlier, outlier, hour and a half. On the 22nd, this 30-minute stream, 3,200, so 4,800 on this hour and a half. And so 750 on this 35 minutes, 900 on this hour and a half. Taking some payouts, taking 6,500 or whatever in payouts. 600 in this hour and a half, 500 in the hour 15. So, like I said, hour and a half is like the longest these days usually go. And average usually at least like a couple hundred or something. And that's like most of these with just with one account. So not using multiple accounts like I'm doing now. But now it's even more so of like when I'm doing multiple accounts and then I have 200, then once 5 accounts are done for the day, then that's it. It's a wrap because it's like it's $1,000 day. So who cares about putting more pressure than that? Hour $1,000 in an hour and a half. But uh, yeah, these are private because my microphone. I bought a professional microphone, and then I also used the microphone on my Mac. And then I was recording and live streaming and all that. And then I realized that whenever I would press mute on the microphone, it only muted the physical microphone and not the Mac. So there's no telling which one of these has like me freaking saying credit card information or social security number or something. Like I would be on a private, what I thought was a private phone call and press mute on a mic. But then if I don't mute the computer as well, since I have two microphones, like then everything I'm saying is basically being streamed. So the only way I could mitigate that was just putting everything on private. Sure, I could go back and go through each video and see, oh, okay, let me sit through 2.5 hours to see if I said any sensitive information. Like, nah, this would take ages to go back and filter every video. So the safest thing to do is just put everything on private. But yep, that's it. We will, let me see, tomorrow. Yeah, I'll start this back up tomorrow at 8:15 Central Time. So if you're on the East Coast, that'll be your 9:15. For y'all that's on the West Coast, that'll be 6:15 a.m. Y'all probably ain't even gonna be awake by then, but yeah, that's it. We'll get back to it tomorrow.